Today on Let's Fish TV, we're here on Lake Fork Reservoir. Guys, this is one of the big bass lakes of the country. We're right here in the springtime. Now we got some wind, we got some clouds, and that should make it some pretty good fishing. We're hoping to catch some really big bass. Now, since we're here in the springtime, they're gonna be on beds. That's one of my favorite ways to catch them. We're gonna try doing a little frogging in the morning, and then we're gonna go sight fishing later on in the afternoon. Hopefully we can catch some of those big Lake Fork bass. Stay tuned, guys. Let's Fish TV is on the air right now. That's a big one right there.
It's time for the only program that brings you real-time fishing reports from the Southwest region every week.
You ever caught a fish that big?
No!
Got him.
Not of the day. There you go. Another redfish. Got him. Now, that's what Let's Fish TV is all about right there, guys.
Welcome to Lake Fork Reservoir, home of big bass, guys. This place is awesome. It's about 27,000 acres. It's located right here in deep East Texas. I mean, this place has it all. It has some of the biggest bass that have ever come out of Texas right here in it, guys. That's what we're going after today. Big bass, largemouth. We're gonna go try to catch as many as we can and as big of ones as we can. Also, we'll have this week's fishing report from your local region from our insider reporters. All right, guys, I'm gonna get the boat launched, get everything set up, ready to go for today. While I do that, I'm gonna send it back to the studio for your weekend planner.
Hi everybody, and hope you guys have been catching a lot of big fish. This weekend, the Salooner tables are predicting good game fish activity Saturday and Sunday. Look for those prime morning hours to begin around 9:09 on Saturday and 9:45 Sunday, with evening action kicking off at 9:34 Saturday and 10:10 on Sunday. Depending on your local area, expect the sun to rise around 6:38 and set around 8:13. In evenings, will feature a moon that's 18% visible. Make sure to keep up with the latest fishing adventures and tips from Let's Fish TV by joining us on Facebook, Instagram, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Also, don't forget Andrew's doing an Academy tour, so look to our social media pages to see when and where he will be next.
Guys, this is the land of big bass. I mean, this place is legendary across the country as possibly one of the best bass lakes in the country. So that's what we're here to do. Go catch as many big ones as we possibly can. This is one of the few places that you can literally catch a 10-pounder any day you come out here. So that's kind of what we're going for. We got a fairly good day. Wind's gonna blow a lot. We got some clouds and stuff, so hopefully it'll be a good fishing day. We're here in the springtime, so there's fish in all stages. We got pre-spawners, post-spawners, and fish on beds. So we're gonna kind of try to figure out what we're gonna go do and hopefully have a really good day. Oh man. There we go. Lake Fork Giant. Not bad, not number one. That did not take too long, guys. On the old popping perch. I mean, crushed it. It's not one of them Lake Fork Giants, but it is a good one. I mean, for right off the bat, this is what we come to Lake Fork for. These aren't even big ones, and yet this is awesome. I can catch these all day long. Big old 4-pounders, this is great. And if they're gonna eat a popping perch or frog like that, I can do that all day long. Lake Fork was impounded at around 1980. This place was built just to grow big bass. They did a great job with it. Texas Parks and Wildlife, from day one, they set out to it was just a fishing lake. I mean, they wanted to grow the biggest bass, not only in Texas, in the country, and they darn near succeeded. And so this place is still pumping them out. I mean, I can't even tell you the number of fish over 13 pounds. I think it has more 13-pounders come out of Lake Fork than all the other lakes in Texas combined. So it's a really special place. You can come over here and 4 and 5 pounders across the country are big fish. Here it's just another fish. Don't get me wrong, I love catching those, so I can do that all day long, but that's how good this place is. So when you come here, you can expect to catch fish like that on like just about an average. And yeah, that's why this place is so fun to fish.
Hi everybody, and welcome to this week's Lone Star Lakes, brought to you once again by the good folks at Freeman Toyota. And when I say good folks, I mean it. Whether you're talking about new vehicle sales, pre-owned sales, service, it doesn't matter. All the folks at Freeman are really committed to making your experience the best it can possibly be. Now this week we're going to start on Lake Texoma. We're going to go catch some stripers, and we're going to do that by starting very early in the morning. This is a fantastic time to be on Texoma, as the fish are up chasing shad shallow very early in the day. You'll want to use something like a chug bug or a Zara spook. Throw that around main lake points or along the dam, anywhere you see any shad activity on top of the water along the banks of the lake. Keep in mind, some days they'll like that Zara spook approach where it's barely moving, and some days they'll want maybe the chug bug popped very vigorously. You just got to figure that out on each and every day. Once that top water bite plays out, go out to about 20-25 feet and see if you can't find some fish on your sonar. Drop down to those fish with a swim bait on a lead head. I'm talking a soft plastic 5-inch swim bait on a lead head. Use a bone, use a chartreuse, use a glow color. When you see those fish, be sure and keep that bait above the fish. Striper feed up, so you want your bait above the fish. Now, out at Richland Chambers, the sandies and the hybrids are finally starting to act right. By that I mean they've finished up the spawning activities, they've moved back to the main lake. They're utilizing those main lake points in the common areas like Pelican Island for their feeding frenzies every morning, and you can catch a lot of them, again, using top waters like a tiny torpedo in a clear or maybe a whopper plopper for the hybrids. But eventually you're going to need to go back down subsurface, and you'll use, again, the swim bait, maybe a 4-inch size on a 3/4 ounce head, or you can use slabs and spoons, or even the venerable rattle trap. That's this week's Lone Star Lakes. Be sure and check us out on Facebook, Lone Star Lakes.
Barely hooked. I got a big old hole in her. I set the hook maybe a little too hard. Oh, we got her though. That big one. Woo-hoo. Look at that. I might have set the hook in it too hard. I got a good hook set, but man, I created a big old hole in her. She'll be all right. What's really cool, man, she's eating something. She's got a big, I don't know if you can see it, got a big tail sticking out of her. So you come to Lake Fork for, still full of eggs. Everyone always asks about catching bedding fish. Didn't hurt anything. That fish is still all full of eggs. It hadn't spawned yet. Anytime you catch a big female like that, it hadn't spawned on a bed. So you let her go, she'll go right back to that bed. Don't hurt a thing. You know, there's a male in there too. We're gonna catch him as well. But just kind of frogging down the bank, happen to see these two. You know, this male should maybe bite. You know, I shook it off a couple times. It's sitting right in there. Let's see if I can catch it. It should bite on this one cast. Man, you know, this time of the year, it kind of gets hard sometimes. Fish get on beds like that. You can see, probably spent, you know, over 100 casts flipping at this one fish. And I finally just got her to react. She got up there on the bed. She really wasn't ever on the bed. And I finally got her up there. Just a fun way to catch big ones this time of year. I mean, I love it. Sight fishing to me is one of the most fun ways to catch them. Almost boat flipped it. Try to get in the boat. In the mouth as well. My little bad one. Let him go as well. He'll go right back over there. That female's already back over there. I can see her right there. Didn't hurt a thing. Good old fork bed fishing. bed fishing and frog fishing. I can do the two things and spend the rest of my life doing that, and I'll be just fine. Got to get me another rage bug. I think we're going to go back to frogging some more. And then what'll happen is I'll just go out there and frog down the bank like what we're doing. And if I happen to see one, that's just what happened there. I happened to see a bed, see a fish on there. I didn't really see the female. I saw the male. So I kind of hung around for just about 30 seconds. All of a sudden that female, I could kind of see her swimming around out there. It's still early in the morning. Shoot, it hadn't even gotten light outside, but I think we're gonna find some more, guys.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Mercury, Go Boldly, Lowrance, the ultimate fishing system, Gulf Shores and Orange Beach Tourism. Let's fish on Alabama's beaches. Motor Guides Tour Pro with GPS anchor, powered by passion.
Woo. Look at that one, guys. What a day on Lake Fork. Not another bad one. It's another Lake Fork. Average fish. Pretty cool though. Right in the mouth. Sun finally starting to pop out, man. It hadn't popped out all day long. All right, let's get her back in. So my setup is pretty simple. I've caught basically all my fish. Even my popping perch fish was on the same rod. What I got here is, it's a Lew's rod. It's a 7.3 rod. I'll be honest with you, it's one I had them made for me. I'm trying to get them to come out with it. A lot of guys want not that stiff of a rod. They want some of these rods to fish with, but when I come down to places like this, like Lake Fork, you're catching giants. And if you can tell, you see when I load up on them, when I got the perfect bend on them. And so when you're fighting 6, 7, 8 pounders, you need a rod that works for that. So I've got a 7.3, it's a heavy action rod. I got it on a Super Duty 300. So I have 30-pound fluorocarbon on here. It really doesn't matter. I just don't want to break off. The fish don't ever care. I have it just on a regular old haymaker hook and a 5/8 ounce weight pegged. But like I said, I want a reel, this Super Duty 300, I want a reel that, if you can tell, I have the line all the way to the top. I mean, it is packed on there. And that's just because when I stick them, I'm trying to reel them in. Guys, it's me just trying to stick them as hard as I possibly can. And if you can tell, I haven't retied, done anything like that. And yeah, and catch all those fish on the same setup. Never have to change anything except my rage bug.
Hey friends, Captain Kevin Broussard here with you. Let's Fish Report for Louisiana, coming to you from Cajun Paradise in Hackberry. Tell you what, we're going to start off freshwater, Caney Lake. A couple of 10-pounders got caught this past week, and also good bass action early and late. Tell you what, Carolina rigs 12 to 18 foot and deep diving crankbaits in that 15 to 25 foot seem to be the key for those larger bass. Also some white perch action picking up. Those are actually starting to move to a little deeper water. Tell you what, you got some brush piles, find some brush piles, shiners, and little tube jigs in 15 to 25 foot seems to be the key for your crappie. Saltwater, down in Venice. Tuna and wahoo, when the weather's right and you can get offshore, they're doing real well. Tell you what, also talked to a couple of the local inshore guides. Redfish action is unreal. Live shrimp's best there, and they're starting to do really well on the speckled trout as long as the weather cooperate. All along the Louisiana Gulf Coast, saltwater fishing's picking up. For Old Cajun Field, Captain Kevin Broussard saying, let's fish, and we'll see you next week.
Woo. Another fork, big one. What a day, guys, to end. She ain't giving up yet. Ain't giving up yet. Look at it. Woo. Look at that one, guys. What a day on Lake Fork. This place is unreal, guys. I mean, you're not gonna come out here and catch 50 a day, but when you catch one, they're all big. I mean, what a day. This has been one of the best days I've had in a long time, man. Lake Fork is just an unbelievable lake. Man, guys, if you want to come have some fun and just catch big ones and maybe have a fish of a lifetime. I mean, most of the guys around here have fishes of lifetimes when they come here. This is the place to do it. Guys, with all the technology going on these days, one of the things that's still forgotten about sometimes are power poles. I use power poles every single day I get on the water, whether when I'm loading my boat, unloading my boat, beach my boat, stop in shallow water. Right here I'm sight fishing, so it's perfect. It's one of those things that's a must have for me. I can't go fishing without my power poles. If you notice, I have my key fob on. I have this just so I can work it remotely right here. The reason is that sometimes I get in a spot on the boat where I'm not by some of my buttons. I need to do it instantly. I've got 2 buttons up front, and I also have some ones that I can come right here. So if I'm driving and I want to power pole down. So it just makes it easy. Usually a lot of times when I'm sight fishing, I always have this on because when I'm going, it's bad, but I don't want to look down and hit the button. Like I can just hold it right here, and as soon as I see something, I just drop them. And so power poles, man, they're not just for sight fishing, guys. They're for everyday fishing, anytime in shallow water, especially when it's windy like it is today. You can stop on a dime with them.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there. Power Pole, total boat control. Balls Out, made in the USA. Heavy duty mounts for your fish finders. Rely on, challenge your limits.
This is the male, guys. I mean, even the males are big. That's what's really cool. I mean, look at that male. That is a great looking male fish. I mean, she bit earlier. They're the male. It's not a horrible one. It's semi just as spooky though. Oh man, this is the male, guys. I mean, even the males are big. That's what's really cool. They fight. I mean, when you go up there and catch a 6-pounder female and then turn around and catch one over 3 male, I mean, look at that male. That is a great looking male fish. What I mean by that is that's just these fish that are just, I mean, they are built the right way down here. It's pretty awesome, like fun. This is one of the funnest lakes in the country, man. It's so cool.
What's up, guys? Captain Taylor Burrell here with Waves Inshore Charters, Galveston, Texas, with this week's fishing report. Offshore, the Wahoo bite has still been on. We went 2 for 7 the other day. Only had 1 customer, so it's kind of hard to get everybody to manage all the lines with him by himself. We caught a lot of beeliners as well, a little rock-eye grouper. The party boats went out. They did really good on some bottom drop grouper fishing, tile fish. They had their limits of yellowfin tuna as well. Inshore, the sheephead bite and the black drum bite have still been really, really good. Starting to see some big speckled trout being caught as well. Those numbers only go up as, you know, we get further in the spring, almost in the summer. But that's about it, guys. Now remember, if y'all want to come fish down in Galveston, Texas, give us a call. Thanks. Tie line.
You ready? Got her that time. Big old black tail on her. Light rod. God. That's all right, that was pretty fun. That's what happens sometimes when you go light rod on Lake Fork, but sometimes you just gotta make it happen. That's all right, I made it happen for a little bit. I don't mind losing one. We've had a great day today. It's pretty cool, 5-pounder up there, garden fry. Caught on the little rage bug. Big rage bug, little rage bug, still catches big ones. Ain't that big. Still not a little bad one on fork. I'm gonna be the smallest one of the day. Still was fun.
Watch our latest episode or catch up on past episodes on our website at letsfishtv.com. Be sure to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and download the free Waypoint TV app to get all the latest episodes every week on your phone, tablet, computer, or smart TV. Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Lake Hartwell Country. Catch the feeling. Lose, feel the difference. Strike King, tie one on. And by Glacier Outdoor. Outdoors since 1982. Here's today's Right Stuff, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Today on Lake Fork, I basically used two things to catch most of my bass, but this right here, this did most of the damage. What I got basically is a rage bug, Strike King rage bug in the regular size. Rigged it Texas style, okay? So I got like a 1/2 ounce weight, a 5/0 hook, got it paired with a Lew's rod, a Lew's reel, a 300 series reel, and this is kind of a 7.3 heavy action rod with about 30-pound fluorocarbon on it. I did this way because I was flipping on beds, and there was some stuff around there that I was worried about getting them out. The other thing is this, if you notice, I didn't catch any small ones. Lake Fork is full of giants. So I wanted something that really sets the hook hard. I got line that's not gonna break, and I really can like hit them as hard as I possibly can and get them to the boat. Man, never lost really a fish on this setup. Next thing I use today is my favorite, guys, the Strike King Poppin' Perch. I throw this everywhere. If y'all have seen me before, I've done some TV shows before, I'm always throwing the Poppin' Perch. I know I can always get a bite on it. Had 2 good bites on it today, caught one really good, nice one. The Poppin' Perch I can always count on it to get a bite. I don't care if it's in the springtime, the fall, whenever. Sometimes they're on beds. This morning we had about a 30-minute window where the shad responded, and it seemed like when those shad moved through, I picked this up, caught me a really nice one. I hope this helps you catch more fish on Lake Fork Reservoir or any lake near you. Get a Poppin' Perch, Texas Rig Rage Bug, should help you catch more fish in the springtime. All right, guys, that's a wrap. Thanks for joining us. I hope you learned how to find and catch more bass here on Lake Fork Reservoir. Until next time, good luck out there.